welcome. It is Tuesday, March 28th. I now have a calendar on my wall big enough to where I can see it so that I know what day it is. and yeah, this is like the last Tuesday, or it's not like the last, it is the last Tuesday of March. And it's like, man, this month, year, whatever is going by very, very quickly. So with that being said, we shall see how we are going to close off this particular month of March, and see what goddess comes up to usher us through the rest of this week, as well as maybe Aries season. We did just kind of step into Aries season, new beginning. So let's see what goddess show herself today for the goddess guidance. And those who are on the live and the replay, ta-da! All right. Well, it isn't appropriate is the high priestess herself, Miss Dana. If you have it says you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching, the high priestess. So that is how we are going to move through the rest of this week, and this evening, and just any other time we forget how sovereign and how divine we are. We just put our crowns on and remember we are the divine high priestess. So her name is, it looks like Dana, Dana, but it's actually pronounced Donna, based on the description here. So Donna is one of the most ancient of Celtic goddesses, extending to pre-Gaelic times of Ireland. They actually followed her as their creator mother goddess. And she is also associated with leprechauns. So she's extremely powerful and magical. She can help with manifestation, alchemy, and divine magic. She's also available to introduce you to the elemental kingdom, especially leprechauns. So that is actually pretty fun. I don't know about you all, but I kind of tap into that childlike sense of awe and enthusiasm whenever I see rainbows, or wonder if there's like a pot of gold somewhere at the end of that rainbow, which from a spiritual perspective, put a little twist on it, there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, because you have Roy G. Biv, right? As you go up these chakra colors, you have the colors of the rainbow, and guess what is at the top? Your crown. And hopefully your crown is at gold. So yeah, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Why not? It's you. So with that being said, as we embrace and tap into tonight's message of alchemy and divine magic and manifestations, just keep the things that you want for yourself this new year, this season in mind. And see if there's a little magic that can happen around that to support you in your goals and bringing them to life. So with that being said, go ahead and take some nice deep breaths and just slowly begin to settle into your space, allowing just all the energy and dust of opinions or people, interactions, just settle all around you, allowing all of that external energy just to settle, feeling yourself slowing down just a bit. Noticing your breath without changing anything, just observe the quality of your breath. Its temperature, its rate, its depth. Whenever it feels ready for you, you can begin to expand the breath, allowing it to reach deeper into the body, filling the belly with air on the inhale and expanding through the heart space of the mind. Exhaling, reversing the flow, just allowing any tension within the mind, the heart, or the body to soften with each exhale. Inhaling, breathing fully and into those spaces and places that you would like to invite to relax. And as you exhale, just seeing if you can surrender and soften just a little more each time. And give yourself a nice body scan from head to toe, seeing if there's any other spaces and places you'd like to invite to soften into this moment, feeling a sense of relaxation and ease washing over you and through you. As you begin to connect to that space within, that special, sacred space where you connect to the divine, that divine feminine essence within you that reminds you of who you are, reminds you of your sovereignty. Connect to that space within. Breathing into wherever you may find that, whether it's in the mind or in the heart, maybe somewhere in the belly, somewhere in your womb space. Just breathe into that and allow that essence of divine feminine energy to expand so that it moves through the body. And every cell of your body begins to awaken, to remember. Remembering the divine knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you hold from all of your life's experiences, this current incarnation, as well as all past lives that have prepared you and equipped you with the information, the knowledge, and the wisdom that you need here and now. As you call upon that divine knowledge and wisdom, you feel yourself standing more firmly in your truths, trust deepening within yourself, assuring yourself that the divine knowledge that you have can help others through your spiritual teachings, through your presence, your conversations. Can you see yourself as divine teacher, the high priestess? What would that feel like for you to dress up, to see yourself, feel yourself as that divine high priestess? See, your wisdom extends back into the far reaches of ancient times. The wisdom that you hold today has traveled through so many lifetimes and through so many various experiences for you to gain that knowledge. And you've brought this knowledge forward into your present incarnation so that you can be a way shower, a pillar to those who may benefit from your experiences. You are here to not only show the way, but to work the light, the dark, and everything in between. You are a way shower, a light worker, a high priestess. You are magic and alchemy. Creativity. Now is not the time for you to doubt what you know. Instead, it's time to honor it. Notice the thoughts and the feelings that come up when you deny yourself your own truths. Maybe you notice the body starting to constrict or the belly starting to rumble and tumble anytime you are not aligned with your truth. But when you speak your truth with conviction from a place of authenticity, how do you feel? Sometimes it might be a little scary, but if anything, you may find yourself feeling empowered and relieved afterwards. This is how you know that you are in alignment with that of your highest self and your truth. Now is not the time for you to doubt yourself. Do not delay expressing your wisdom. You are being supported right now and manifesting the various platforms for your teaching, whether it's teaching by example, perhaps it's through writing, speaking, your presence on the internet, but all forms of teaching are valuable. There is no one better, no one worse. It's simply a matter of what resonates with you, how you transmit that truth, that knowledge, that wisdom to others. No matter how many lives you touch, know that you are here on purpose, that you are a spiritual healer, teacher, that light worker, that way shower, starseed, here to assist not only the ones that you love, but all of humanity, raising the collective vibration. So just check in with that beautiful crown that rests upon your head, allowing it to be fully lit and open, maybe polishing your crown a little bit if needed, so it can shine a little brighter. Hold your head up a little higher. And just allow any insight or guidance that you may need right now to pour into your crown, into the mind, into your body, into your heart. Just listen. Perhaps you're wondering how these platforms will come about or how things will manifest. Maybe you're unsure about what it is that you will teach or how your role as the high priestess teacher will show up in this world. But take just a moment in this time to ask the divine feminine, how will this come about? How can this happen? What would it take for those platforms to appear? What would it take for me to be confident in my gifts and in my knowledge and wisdom? What would it take to be more confident and conscious of the words that I speak? What would it take for you to step into a higher role, bigger role, to be seen and to be heard for the wisdom that you possess? You have something in particular that you are manifesting. Know that the support is here for you right now. Any assistance that you need when it comes to alchemy or divine magic, just ask. Allow yourself to receive, connecting with that golden crown above your head, just allowing the wisdom, the insight, the visions to come to you. You are the high priestess. What would it take for you to embrace that? What would it take for you to see yourself in truth as that? Maybe allow a sense of playfulness and creativity, imagination serve you as you just tap in to that vibration of the high priestess, divine magic and alchemy, synchronicity, miracles, luck, and fortune. Give yourself a moment to just pretend that you have that you are that, because you are, and just see what you notice. Maybe you feel a sense of giddiness. Maybe it feels fun and playful. Maybe the mind is overthinking it, overanalyzing. Maybe you're just visualizing and playing dress up in the mind's eye, seeing yourself, seeing your presence out in this world as holy and divine, sacred and safe. Claim what it is that you are manifesting. Own your manifestation 100%, whatever it is. Give yourself permission to have it with ease and with grace. Have divine knowledge that can assist others, including yourself. There's no room for doubt. Simply ask Spirit to show you how and allow it to come about. How can you share your wisdom with others? What would it take for you to fully step into your purpose, your dharma, your mission this lifetime? How would that look? If you've been thinking about leading workshops, this is your confirmation. If you have been thinking about or inspired to write a book or to blog, this is your confirmation. Maybe you've been inspired to teach and share your knowledge and wisdom. If that's the case, this is your confirmation to look for opportunities to teach. And sometimes the most simplest way that we serve as a beacon of light, as a way shower, as a teacher or healer, is just by being who we are in our everyday lives, conversations that we have, the things that we share with others in person, online, leading by example, being a role model of peace. Simply being the example, doing the work, showing up in your most authentic self is the easiest way for you to share your knowledge and wisdom. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to be a teacher in the way that you may think others like to see you as, or how you think that should look or be. You can simply teach by being the example, showing others what it looks like when you've done the work. When you honor your divinity, you show others how to do that as well. Know that you are a leader. See yourself as not only the high priestess, but maybe a queen or an empress, sovereign woman, sacred woman, embodiment of the divine feminine, in physical form. You are that. Affirm, I am that. I am. Remember the magic that you possess. Remember those moments you put your thought and your focus, your heart into something and released it to the universe. And then it happened. Remember all the synchronicities and miracles, opportunities that have come to you unexpectedly or expectedly. Remember all that, and when you do, you see the magic that unfolds in your life. You see the beauty in your relationship to the divine feminine. You see the power that you possess when your mind and your heart align. You see that you are not here on this earth plane alone. You are divinely guided and protected, supported in every way, every just allow that to land where it may, hopefully within your mind as well as your heart. Anytime that you forget, stop and take a breath. Deep inhale and slow, steady exhale. Coming back to remembrance that you are a magical priestess, powerful woman, holy, graceful, beautiful expression of the divine feminine. How can you take this evening's message, the high priestess, the divine knowledge that you possess? How can you take this message and apply it to your life now? Whether it's acknowledging that you've already been doing that, remembering that you are that, or implementing changes, taking intuitively inspired action steps. How can you serve as a pillar of peace? Wise woman. How can you honor the knowledge that you have? Platforms that you have to work with. Make the world a better place. Touching just maybe one person at a time, one heart at a time, one breath at a time. It's not about how many people you touch. It's the fact that you do so. And that creates a ripple effect throughout the collective. The world needs you to be of service, to uphold this mission of yours right now. Your presence is valuable. You are valuable. The world needs you to share your knowledge, your wisdom, your teachings, your truths. Know that you are supported, that you embrace. This aspect of who you are, why you're here. There is no competition for your life's work or for your life's purpose. There is no competition. So relax a little. Let it come to you. Do what makes you happy, feels good in your soul and in your heart with integrity and authenticity. Your purpose will show itself in every conversation, every hug, every store, every place you show up. Your presence is healing and value. Allow that message to just settle in. And when you feel complete, when you feel as if you've integrated, you feel grounded and present, just come back to the breath. Get back into the body, just wiggling your toes and your fingers, allowing that movement to expand to the ankles, wrists, arms, legs, maybe bringing some movement to the body, some hip circles, and probably giving yourself a little hug, taking a little stretch that feels good to you. And then when you are ready, open your eyes and come out. It's magical meditation. Okay. I think that is a lovely message for um, for today. Like I said, we're bringing March to a close. We're also, which also means we're bringing the first quarter of the year to a close. I don't know how we got here so fast, but we're here. And so this is as we bring those things to a close, and we've been in this new year, the astrological year, for just maybe like a week or so now. I think that's a beautiful message. Um, High Priestess, knowing that we have divine knowledge. And I like the fact that it's kind of, I've been seeing rainbows actually a lot on social media, so I think that's interesting. Um, and yeah, with Dana, that is what she is offering us assistance with manifestation, with alchemy, with divine magic. And she can introduce you to the elemental kingdom, so especially the leprechauns. So you see rainbows and so forth, just know that that is also probably her way of saying hello, like a little wave, hello. I see you, I love you, I'm here to support you. Remember, you're the beautiful high priestess that you are, and we got this. Okay. We got this. Um so yes, anytime you see that, may you be reminded of your power. Okay, little priestesses. Let's see. Is there anything else? I think so. So let me see what is the collective message for those that are here on the live now and those that may watch the replay. What is the collective message? All right. So as I asked that, what I started to feel was like this like gold line of energy just kind of moving through the body, and it's probably easier to say obviously than do. But when we are shook by things that we may see happening out in the world, things that don't make any sense, not just struggles and strife, but like actual pain, others suffering and things like that. When we are in those environments, even when things are just like a little chaotic, or just the vibe is off somewhere in the spaces and places that we're in, instead of being the energy I'm getting for the messages, instead of being like there's a cause and effect, right? So in the 12 universal laws, there's a law of cause and effect, right? And cause and effect, it doesn't always mean something bad. It just means it's kind of like that ripple effect, right? So if something swings this way, then it's going to swing this way. Or if push this way, then there's going to be resistance pushing back. So it's really just understanding energy, right? When we learn to master the energy of cause and effect, we also begin to understand karma in a different way. We begin to understand how to operate and move with more integrity and authenticity, because we know that the energy that we are emitting, whether it's mentally, emotionally, we think something about other people, we may not say it, but even just that thought carries energy towards them, like, "Ooh, what's she get on?" Or like, something like judgments, things like that. Or we just are looking at someone like, "Oh, they're so cool. I wish I was, like that," or whatever. All that is energy. And what happens is those thoughts create maybe certain feelings, or those certain feelings we may have will present certain thoughts, right? And mental structures that surround them. And so we get sometimes kind of swayed with what's happening externally. And what happens is we end up feeling that internally. That's where we end up feeling lethargic. We end up feeling burned out. We end up feeling tired, or even become sick, because we're no longer in ease, right? We are now in a space of dis-ease, the absence of ease. And so, to the message that I'm getting is, when we are in those spaces and places and things that are like around us are chaotic, remember that we can't control everything, but we can control our own energy and how we respond to the energy around us. Versus reacting. And so this message really feels like one of like remembering your crown, remembering your sovereignty, remember that alignment, remembering, basically to stay in your lane, right? But also to learn how to be discerning, right, in your engagements, learning how to decipher whether something is your truth or not. Discern whether that's your energy or not, because sometimes when we are trying to connect with others, especially as empaths, when we're trying to connect with others, when we're trying to understand others, we may not always realize it, but we end up sacrificing ourselves. We end up abandoning ourselves a little bit, right? We step out of our shoes and put ourselves in the shoes of someone else to try to understand where they're coming from. But the thing is, we'll never really know, because there's a million scenarios that happen to get to this point. I understand that as a massage therapist, because people have an issue, and I can't fix it in an hour. You had this injury when you were in high school in track and you were 15, and now you're 40, and I can't fix that in 1 hour. So it's kind of like that, practicing like, how can I be supportive? How can I show up and bring more light to this space? Sometimes that is speaking up or speaking your truth. Sometimes that's removing yourself from that space, right? And just being that example of like, nope, this is how I choose to protect my peace. This is how I choose to uphold my boundaries, okay? And when you become that living example, then boom, you are the high priestess. You are serving your purpose. You are here on purpose, but you're serving it in a way that's easy. It doesn't have to be hard. Being on purpose does not have to be challenging. We're not all here to be Oprah, or Deepak or anything like that. You are here to be yourself. And the way that your truth or your purpose will show itself is by being more aligned and consistent, right, in that space of sovereignty, and knowing how to come back to that. Okay, come back to that space when things get a little chaotic. How can you anchor back into that space? All right, so Miss High Priestess, Miss Donna. I want to keep wanting to say Dana, but the book says Donna is how she's pronounced. So Miss Donna, one of divine knowledge and magic, alchemy, and manifestation. It's also kind of cute because if you find a four-leaf clover or something, which I actually last year found one, I was like, oh, that could also be a sign. So with like with angels, it's associated. We see angels like numbers and maybe feathers, pennies. Can be a sign of abundance. So goddesses or angels, ascended masters that work with financial abundance, things like that. You might end up, or prosperity, like Lakshmi and Ganesha. You might find like little pennies and stuff like that. And it's one of those things. If you've been worried about money, and you find change, it's not like spirit is like, oh, just stack up all these pennies, like it's it's a talisman, okay? It's like it's just a reminder. So it's kind of like when you see a feather or when you see angel numbers, things like that. It's just a little reminder. But this week, if you find like a little clover or something, or a little, I would say a leprechaun, but I don't know what that looks like necessarily. Might be fun to see if, something like that pops up in your week. I don't know. Or rainbows, things like that. Just use it as a little reminder that Miss Donna is working with you and that you are being reminded of the high priestess that you are. All right, so we shall catch y'all on the flip side and stop recording.